When you talk about ancestors, I think a lot of
Mhm.
people are thinking blood relatives, and it does include that, but
Of
what
course.
does ancestors mean encompass when you talk about them?
Yes, yes. And so the way I was raised, it was blood relatives. Okay, so
Hmm.
that was the extent of it in terms of that. But my knowing was became a lot more than that because I already had that knowing, but I didn't connect it or understand it or really appreciate it and work with it until a lot later. So our ancestors, of course, are our biological or whoever guardians raised us lineages,
Hmm.
right? And I believe also if let's say you've been with someone for a long time, marriage, partnership, whatever that is, you start to adopt a lot of that lineage stuff too. They become a part of your people too.
Oh, wow.
Energetically, you get very connected to someone when you're with them for a long time. They become a family, right? A part of the family. Even energetically, spiritually, they do too. So there's pieces there. Now it's not as strong, but they are definitely a part of things, and you can see when you start tracking into, let's say you have a partner and you track into their lineages, and you know that like you have a familial connection with them by that point. You can see the attractions of why you got together, even through the lineage, because there's certain lineage, let's say themes throughout each side that then attracts you to and you watch it with like your mother and father if they were together and their attraction, you see it with your grandparents. It's a fascinating world to go into when you're talking about, like, say, the bloodlines. We also, lineage wise, we have all our past lives, and whatever you who you were or what you were in those lifetimes, you have those lineages. So already the vastness, we went from bloodlines all the way back, right? Until like the creation of that lineage to then our past lives. So well, we could say our extended family of, if you're in partnership, to these lifetimes and the ancestries in those lifetimes. So if you remember lifetimes, let's say you as a Sasquatch, or lifetimes when you were a Palladian or something, then you have all those lineages to work with as well. So you have all the hats, you know.
So cool.
And then as us as in our humanness, and we can also say our cosmic levels too, we have those certain planetary connections as well. So like absolutely Pachamama is a lineage, our people, right? She's a part of our lineage. That means then the whole elemental realm of this planet is. So then you think about like a tree is our relative as well, right? And we hear a lot of indigenous cultures talk about this, that all of the elemental realm, all of the natural world is our people, is our ancestry as well. So our not is our that as well. So we have like this vastness of ancestry that we're talking through. And I also believe, let's say we haven't had a lifetime. I'm going to just use a Palladian. Let's just use something like that, just because something's simple, more simple right now. Let's say you didn't have any lifetimes, so you don't feel like, oh, I don't have a connection or a ancestry. But Palladians are one of the original seed races for humanity. And so we have DNA, Palladian DNA. So then that's a lineage piece, just like Sasquatch, just like Syrians, just like Hyperboreans, just like there's all of that, and you can also find vastness in even out in the cosmic levels of connection because of our oneness as well, right? So if we can go, I mean, this is endless.
Yeah.
the,
Talk
the
about
ancestry
expansive.
thing,
My goodness.
yeah, absolutely. So when I talk about ancestry and the multidimensional, let's say within a multidimensional lens, I'm talking about this level of vastness.
Okay.
And all of those can be impacting us and sure do.
Hmm.
Not just like how our mother and father or whatever they passed down to us, whatever we inherited from our great great grandparents, whatever I mean, we're talking different levels of inheritance here.